Why do men have this constant fear of being used for money that they don't even have?
Oh, I don't know. Let's take a moment and think about this, though, okay? It might have something to do with the veritable plethora of posts that are out there made by some women that are, one, indicating how exactly you can get more money out of a guy by acting in a certain way, or that a lot of women won't date a man unless he makes a certain amount of money, or it could also be that there are some women that actually indicate that unless a guy is spoiling them financially, they don't want to be with him. Could it be any of those possibilities? Sure, some guys don't have a lot of money, but a lot of people, especially those that don't have a lot of money, are very protective of the money that they do have. And seeing how many women out there are only after men for what they can get out of them in terms of finances, it does tend to make some men exceptionally more cautious when it comes to dating certain women.
So this lady on social media says either you're going to be a husband or you're going to be a trick, right? And in my mind, I'm like, okay, then either you going to be a wife or you going to be a, feel me? You bitches don't get no pass. You mean? What do you mean? What do that make you? Calling a trick and he giving you money and you look at him like a trick bitch or a hoe. You always want to holler his tricks. You gonna trick. Bitch, do you know the etiquette of what a trick contributes to? A few is the problem. Cause y'all sit up here and talk about what ain't no good men out here and blah, 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 blah. Cause y'all always trying to put a man in the category of a trick. That's why it ain't none out here. But the truth needs to be said to you feel me? Cause y'all got the game fucked up. She's too gamed up, laced up for you. Could never sit in the same space as me cause your mental Rolodex don't work correctly. Y'all not intellectually grasping the concept of what the y'all be talking about. Y'all just be talking.
A lot of women today have forgotten their place.
And we live in this inverted world and I feel we got stuck in this whole feminism thing. Feminism is a scam. And now it's like trying to undo. It is. Feminism. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, we are equal in value, but we are not equal in traits. We are different. Men and women are different.
I agree with that.
And I'm so sick and tired of why are we fighting to be something that we're not? I am not a man. I will never be a man. And for those of you that make that decision, I love that for you. Period. But there are certain things that are just, y'all are stronger than we are. We are more detail oriented than you are. There are certain traits that we naturally got from God based on the gender that we are. And it's all based on survival.
Yeah, that's why
it's all based on human nature. And so I feel like a lot of women, not all women, but most women have forgotten their place.
Within themselves,
within the order of family, within the order, even like with God. You know, if you just want to start blanketing statements like, now this is the thing. If you are a masculine woman, that's fine. But stop acting like you're feminine. If you want to be a boss, babe, I don't need no man. You go do you, boo. But stop teaching that that's the answer. Yeah, because I'm sick and tired of this divide of the family. I'm sick and tired of now good men, like, and I'm listening to like stories, right? Good men are getting lazy in dating. They're getting lazy in the pursuit because women are making either everything too easy or they're too hands off. So now what's the point in even trying to date a woman when you're the man that you want me to be?
Yeah, like what's the point? You're wasting your time because it's never going to work. It's never going to work. Like, stop telling me what to do. It's like, you keep that shit to yourself. If you don't want a man, okay, that's fine. But don't get mad at me for wanting one. Don't be mad at me for actually caring about one, you know?
A lot of these modern women are using, well, I don't need no man, or I'm a boss babe, or whatever you want to call it. They use it as more than empowerment. They use it as more than an affirmation, right? They use it for some reason to establish themselves, as she's talking about, as the dominant one in the family. They're fighting a battle that men don't even know that they're fighting. Men are in the middle of an issue, of a war that they didn't even realize they were in the middle of. They didn't even realize they were fighting one. But the woman, the modern woman in her mind, not even subconsciously, has been dragging this man into things where he's like, what is your deal? Why are you so upset all the time? Can't we just have fun? No, because she's miserable. She's upset with you because she can't beat you at certain things. You're out of line. You're out of place. Get back in your line, stay in your lane, do your thing, and we'll both prosper.
Gentlemen, I want you to understand something. If you're single income with no kids and you're making $75,000 or more a year, you are platinum level elite status. If you're single income, no kids, and you are making over 6 figures a year, you are diamond level elite status. Now, if you're either one of those things and you have a 6-pack and you're tall and you're handsome, I do not think you understand how absolutely valuable you are. And you are out here dating women that treat you like trash. You're out here running around chasing women that literally could not give a f- about you. Understand your worth, boys. You deserve the best.
Has everyone seen that article with the Vogue headline that says it's now considered embarrassing to have a boyfriend? And all of these women are posting videos agreeing with it, saying, yeah, it's way more trendy and impressive to be a single woman who is like killing it, being independent by herself. Because there are all these women in their 30s, 40s, 20s now who just want to be independent women, boss women, building their careers, not having families. But I think what all of these women fail to consider when they agree with that article is the realities of the future. And quite frankly, the realities of life. But another reason that we date and we get married and we have families is because there is safety and security in having people around you who are obligated to have your back. For example, my mother, she is 61, but she is in the mid to late stages of Alzheimer's. She is young, but if she didn't have a spouse and children who noticed the signs that she couldn't take care of herself anymore, because she at this point is probably mentally 3 years old, she probably would not be alive right now, because there have been many incidences where we kept her alive because we were caring for her and looking after her. Tragedy can happen at any point in your life. You could get into a car accident and be paralyzed. You could be diagnosed with a disease where you can't take care of yourself anymore. There's security in being married and having a family because they are people who are going to look after you. And you might try to rebuttal saying, oh, well, that's what friends are for. Friends will always prioritize themselves at the end of the day. They have to take care of themselves. They might move away to choose another job. They might have families that they have to put first, and they can't be full-time caretakers. For my mom, she has to be watched 24/7. You date to marry, and when you marry someone, especially a Christian marriage, you are entering a covenant where you say, till death do us part. I am with you for the long haul. If something happens and I have to take care of you, I will stick around. I'm not going to leave you. So it's not embarrassing to have a boyfriend. It's actually incredibly wise.
And she made a really good point about friends prioritizing themselves at the end of the day. You see, a lot of these modern women will make a pact with each other to stay single. Oh, we're just going to stay single. We're going to get a cat or a dog, and we're going to hang out, I don't know, 3 nights out of the week because, we have to work. But we're going to be there for each other whenever we need each other, right? It's always going to be that way. You might have a group of 3 or 4 friends. All of a sudden, Jessica gets married. Just like that. Bada bing, bada boom. Well, Jessica gets into a relationship, and we're happy for Jessica. It's been going steady for 2 years, and all of a sudden, after about a couple of years, he pops the question, and after about, 2.5 years, she's married. But we're still around. Oh, no. You're going to start a family. It's not going to be the same. Jessica comes every once in a while whenever she can for brunch or something like that. But, she's got a kid. She got a husband. Can't really be there like that. Except when you have a meltdown or something like that, then Jessica will come. So Jessica's pretty much out of the picture. Now you have Sabrina is going along, doing her thing. Everybody's still hanging out. Sabrina might go off to school, go off to college. After college, she goes and takes a job somewhere far away in another state, right? Sabrina finds somebody and they're married within 1.5 years. Okay, so now it's down to 2 people, right? So now you have 2 people, and then as fate would have it, one person, Leslie, up and gets married in 6 months. And now you're there by yourself because the friends have been prioritizing themselves over this little pact, this shallow, might I add, pact that we've created because we wanted to stay together forever. Don't do that. Just look, and I won't even say be vigilant, but keep your eyes peeled for the opportunity to be in a relationship with a good man. There's plenty of good men out there. You got to find the one for you. And how can you find the one for you if you don't have your eyes open? If you're always looking at Chad and Tyrone, it's going to be very difficult to open your eyes. There's a lot of good men out there.
How did you find out?
It was like a friend that we hung out with in a group for I think like about 3 years or so. She talked to him and he talked to her behind my back. So then the girl that was with that guy at that time, I found out from her because she sent me messages that they deleted from each other. So it hurt.
Oh my God.
Really bad because I'm a guy of respect, you know, and then that's kind of disrespecting me.
And you were in love with her?
Yeah, I was. I mean, she was my first, and then I thought she was my last too.
What was it that
Damn!
made you want to cheat on him?
Damn!
I don't know, like, I always told him, like, when we started being together, I was like, I hate cheaters, because I got cheated on before, too. I think it was just more environmental factors, like how I am with my family, like, I'm just, like, this perfect person, and then I think I always wanted to, like, self-destruct, self-sabotage, but he was, like, literally everything I ever had. Like, he was the best person, like, best boyfriend, he treated me right, like, our love language was very different, but...
Hey, Tat, this goes to show you can do everything right for a woman, bro, and it will be they could tie his shoe a different way, and she will say, you know what? I want that.
Unpopular opinion. A lot of women put their faith and trust inside of everybody around them except for their man who they should actually trust the most. You go to your best friend and you confide in her and you take her advice and her criticism without any kind of pushback and/or negativity because you trust that she has your best interest at heart at all times. You go to a restaurant, you don't go to the back and try to tell the chef how to do his job because you trust that he's going to prepare your meal in the manner that it should be prepared. When you go to the nail salon and you go get your nails done, you've been painting nails since you was probably 7 years old, but you don't tell sis how to do her job because you trust that she knows what she's doing. When you go get your hair done at the hair salon, you don't try to tell your stylist what to do and how to do it, even though you do your hair every day and you've had that same head of hair all of your life. You trust that they know what they're doing. When you go to work, you deal with your manager and you just trust that whatever they're doing, whether you like it or not, is for the good of the company. But when it comes to your man, you don't trust him.
Crazy.
All of a sudden, you now are the master of leadership and you know everything there is to know about leading. But that's whenever you should be trusting him to do his job and lead you. Stop acting like you know everything, baby, and trusting everybody but him. Give that man a little bit of credit and trust that he's going to lead you in the right direction.
You're talking to a wall. They won't listen to that. I've seen so many videos where people are like, well, how are you going to listen to your boss but not listen to your husband? And you know what they say? Well, they're getting paid. So money is more important.
Adam and I got married. I think we were married about a year, and I got a DM from an ex and he was like, hey, what's up? How you been? Congratulations. I never responded, and I show Adam right away because I believe the enemy obviously wants to tear a marriage apart. If you're allowing a DM from an ex to stay and not tell your spouse, you are thinking about that. You are allowing the enemy to let that grow, sit there and harbor and make you feel good about yourself. Yep. Or on a lonely night or an upset night, you will go and respond and return that response. I knew in that moment, I need to show you right away. That is inappropriate. It was wrong. I did not respond and it is deleted. If you're like, I don't know how to tell my spouse because he's going to be upset. He's going to be more upset if you didn't tell him and he finds out.
It is not Candy's money. Why is it not? Shout out to ladies. They're married. It's both. It's both their money. I like y'all women up. When I got y'all women on the witness stand, I check y'all real quick when I'm cross-examining y'all. And y'all talk about, well, my 2 kids. No, it's not your 2 kids. It's y'all's 2 kids. The father's sitting right here. Those 2 kids would not exist without this man. It's y'all's. It's not yours. I get you straight. Same thing here. Your girl Shell was like, oh, that's Candy's money. Lady's going to get her straight. It's not Candy's money. That's not Candy's money at all. That's their money. Lady's getting her straight. But we feel it though because Candy's the one that worked for it. Candy's on Broadway. Candy's doing 16-hour days. Candy's doing rehearsals. Candy's on set. Right? That's how we feel. You guys, y'all do the same thing. Lead attorney, that's my pension. Lead attorney, that's my 401k. Oh my God, if I had $1, if I had $1 for every time some dude coming up to me talking about that's my 401k, it's not your 401k. It's not. I worked for 30 years, lead attorney. It's not your 401k. It's not her children. And it's not Candy's money. It's not.
These women different. Now they drinking the whole bottle of Don Julio. Remember when they was out here and ladies was getting free drinks and they was cute little drinks, Cosmos and little fruits. They drank 2 little blue drinks. Now they out here drinking like your grandfather. They put their hands on you. Can't nobody tell them nothing. They at the red light twerking on the headlight. Every time you look up, she posted up in a Rolls Royce Phantom with the stars in the ceiling. You're not in the NFL. Where you getting all this nice shit from, Miss Lady? Now don't nobody qualify because you done talked to 2 football players. 3 rappers was in your DM. Now you don't like nobody no more. Now he got to make $36 million a year just to get a text back. Come on, Ken. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, Ken. I'm out here telling you, hey, black man, work on your home. Stay strong, bro. I know it's hard. I know you ain't going to get credit for everything that you do. But now we ain't nobody type no more. They mad at every time they see a black man happy, what they do? Shut that down. Look at the city of Atlanta. That's why they changed the whole city. Black men were too happy in Atlanta.
Because they was having their way with women all the way around here. And now the women finally been like, you know what? That is over.
See,
we're going to even the playing field around here.
Out the women. It was just black men having too many options. And they hated that. That's why they shut Buckhead. Remember Buckhead? Buckhead? What was out there doing? Having a ball. Pulling up in Ferraris, jumping out of Bentleys, going to the Velvet Room and Visions and getting what they do. Locked up everybody who was successful.
And like he was saying, they come into contact, and it's really not chance. It's really not random with these modern women. They come into contact with somebody famous, with a celebrity, with a football player, basketball player, professional athlete. And the more you think about it, it's kind of frightening, to be honest with you, the way they come into contact with these famous people. Like I said, it's not random. It's not by chance. It's not by happenstance. They're hunting these celebrities. They're almost quite literally hunting these celebrities. Oh, where's he going to be? I went through this person, got with that person. I stalked this, and for months, I knew he was going to be this, and I was doing this, and I knew he liked this. And a lot of times these actors or celebrities are not really paying attention to what these women are doing. But if the woman really wants to get a hold of you, she pays attention to all it, and they get on men about doing this. But a lot of modern women do the same thing. They pay attention. Well, what's his favorite color? What does he like to eat? What movies does he like to watch? What books? And they find a lot of this stuff could be online, or if you're really lucky, a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend knows him, and oh, well, he did this, and he's working on this top secret project, and you happen to mention it, and you bring it up, sometimes eloquently in conversation, right? Or very subtly, to where it almost seems like, wow, you really do know me, right? And so you start talking to these celebrities. Oh, why don't we go to the hotel and have a better time? Once again, it's on that celebrity to understand that women are out here doing this. But this is what these modern women are doing. They're actually hunting these men. And they think because I've been with this guy, I'm good enough to do it again. They don't really understand that you're actually, in all honesty, you're a one-hit wonder. You did it once, and you're not really going to be able to do it again.
Am I the asshole?
Be careful who you marry, boy. Shit's treacherous out here in these streets. Viewer discretion's advised.
My wife wants me to set a budget as a part of her stay-at-home mom role.
You heard it correctly. She wants to be compensated for having with her husband. This that they both get something from, by the way. This is arguably one of the most creative tactics I've seen for streetwalker behavior.
I, male 33, am the breadwinner in our family of 4. My wife is a stay-at-home mom, and it's a decision we both agreed on. I take care of everything financially: food, clothes, bills, household needs, etc. Problem is, my wife wants me to set a budget for sex, meaning she wants to get money for it, as she considers it a part of her stay-at-home mom duties. I love her.
Who the fuck y'all be marrying, bro? Like, yo, how? Why? What? You trying to tell me I have to compensate my wife for having with me, although she also wants to have this too. And if she doesn't, I also cannot receive it from a third party. This is grade A manipulation at its finest. You are being held captive in your own marriage. And the wildest part about it is you are a provider man. Your production is their livelihood. If you don't produce, they are. No cap, this is grounds for divorce. I will leave her. Me personally, I will leave her.
Her absurd and unreasonable suggestion, now demand, has caused a huge fight between us. She said it is her right, since she'd work all day and take care of the house and kids then. Then she has to stay up at night so we can have sex together. And it's exhausting for her and time-consuming, as she put it.
Exhausting, time-consuming, demands. I don't know if it's just me, but I can't get aroused for a woman that sleeps with me as a task. Like, if you are not as elated as I am to get physical with me, I don't even want it, bro. Keep that to yourself. Because there is no way in hell I am paying my wife to get physical with me in our marriage. Something she agreed to do prior to the compensation. I am taking care of my duties as a man. I'm a provider man. I'm taking care of everything. I pay for everything that makes this go round. She contributes her part by being a stay-at-home mom, but that was something we agreed upon. I didn't force her. Woman, your compensation is your bills being paid. If I'm that man, the best I got for you, bro, we would have a conversation. I would say, hey, listen, man, it's either we figure out a way for this shit to happen, or I am going to outsource. Now, if you're not okay with me outsourcing, I'm going to have to call it quits. I got to go my separate way. Because I refuse to be extorted in my own marriage. You got me super up. I don't know how or where I find these women at, but you know what? I know they ain't going to listen to me. I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep the change.
It says, my 16-year-old daughter feels entitled to my child support I get from her father. How would you handle this? I also think her father is putting things in her head. Either way, the money he sends is for me to care for her, and she doesn't grasp paying my bills, which also benefits her siblings, is part of this. And this is the text that the daughter wrote to her mom. My dad told me how much he pays you in child support, and he showed me. I just don't understand how my dad pays $1,900 in child support. When I ask for something, you say no.
What?
Also, you use the money my dad sends to take care of me to spend on Aaron and Jess, who I assume are her other siblings.
That's crazy.
And likely they don't share the same dad. That's just my assumption. When I ask for something, it's always a problem, and you threaten to take my phone away when I do anything you don't like. If it wasn't for me being here and my dad paying you, if it wasn't for me being here, she misses some words, and my dad paying, you couldn't afford to keep the house.
Right.
I do love you, but I feel like you take advantage of having me here. I'd rather live with my dad, and I just want you to know for it to happen without making a big issue. I don't think it's right. I don't benefit from my dad's child support,
That's crazy.
yet you spend it.
They finna say I'm in women business, but every time I see a girl do this right here, I already know what type of girl you is. I know your whole character. Your whole personality comes off the internet. You speak in TikTok trends. You'll never miss an episode of Baddies. Your algorithm is full of how to look good, but not actually how to be a good person. And whatever you lack in morals, you don't lack in baby hairs. That's just an observation. But I feel like we checking that at the door, like we know what come with it, and we not dealing with that no more. You know what I'm saying? So if you feel like I'm in women business, hey, I'm talking about in there, and I clock that.
Snip, snip. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, shit. Yo, come on, bro. Yo, come on, bro. Nigga, what the fuck? Nigga.
Women, I be trying to tell y'all all the time, stop doing and thinking it's not going to be no consequences behind it. How you gonna kick off your dirty ass flip flops? Like when the dude get by the car, look on the driver's side door on the ground for some dirty ass flip flops. She flattened his tire. This jumped on every last window. Go back and watch this. See, that's that karma.
Baby,
What's up?
what's wrong? Why do you have my phone?
Why I got your phone? You want to know why I got you?
Yeah. Why are you recording me? Like, what are you doing? What's the problem?
Food good?
The fries are good, but why do you have my phone? I'm trying to understand.
So when you was in there, when you was in the restroom, it kind of took you a long time. So I decided to call you while you was in the restroom.
It took me a long time to go to the bathroom.
Well, it took you a long time. So I called you, and when I called you, can you ask me why my name came up in your phone under free meal number 3?
Free meal.
So that's what I am?
It's not even all of that. Why are you tripping?
I'm free meal number 3?
Why are you tripping? Why? Like, I don't understand.
I'm free meal number 3.
Why are you recording me? Can you please put the camera away?
So I'm free meal number 3.
It just means
That's what you say me.
To eat out with
you say me in your phone as free meal number 3.
Why
you like to eat out with me, but you save me phone as free meal number 3. Every time I've been asking you, wait a minute, I've been asking you, hey, can we go to the movie? Can we go to the fair? Can we go anywhere? Only where me and you go, only where me and you go, Shemaine, is eat. We go out to eat. That's the only place me and you go out to eat.
I'm a foodie.
You're a foodie. Okay. You thought we was better than that? And you got my name saved in your phone under free meal?
I like to go out and eat with you.
Shemaine, you got my name saved as free meal. Oh, you like to eat, huh? Okay. Well, you better make this your last time eating.
Really?
Yeah, you better make it. What you mean where I'm going?
Wait.
Make this your last.
But wait, where are you going?
Okay. Yeah, make this your last time eating. And I want to put this up here on the internet so everybody can see that you using. I want everybody to know that this woman here is using. So I'm gonna let people know you this
really
woman
that
here.
cheap?
Sure, man,
Are
cheap.
you really that
cheap.
cheap?
Did you just call me cheap?
Are you
the one
really-
got
it's food.
you got me saved under free meal. Number 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. You just saving people. Who number 4, number 5, number 6?
Not even like that.
Okay,
You're doing
all right.
too much.
Yeah, y'all look out for this one. Look out for this one. Free meals. Yeah, you won't get. I bet you won't get another one. I bet you won't get another one.
Super annoying things that my husband does.
Oh, I didn't know we could put these on the internet. We're allowed to make lists about the hubbies? Okay, let me hear yours.
And I apologize to him and I say I'm sorry. Right away, he's just like, it's okay.
My number one annoyance of my husband is way worse than that. That's kind of sweet.
Number 2, whenever I make plans with my girlfriends,
he tells you no and says you have to stay home and clean the house, right?
Every single time he'll just be like, okay, have fun.
I'm starting to think that you just complain to complain.
So that's annoying.
You know what else is annoying? You want to know what I think is annoying? Maybe I'll tell you in part 2. What do you think?
Well, it's probably because you have stuff that's actually a problem. Like it's actually an annoyance. And really, honestly and truly, maybe this is sort of a humble brag. So a lot of women do when they have a man that's actually a good man. They'll brag on the stuff that he does. But it'll be like, oh, it's such a problem that he brings me Starbucks every day. You know, they're really bragging on the man. But, you know, they kind of got to say this, oh, it's such an inconvenience. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a celebration of how did I get blessed, you know? But some of these women, they really, I'm going to say, some of these women are doing, these women are putting out rage bait. But then, unfortunately, some of these women feel like they actually do deserve what a man does for them, all that he does. They deserve a man to not just simp, but overly simp, to overdo it, to be completely and totally obsessed with them. These modern women are delusional and they have problems.
I recently was going on dates with a man. And nice guy, good guy. Treated me well.
That is good.
But
damn, there's a but. There's a but. Why is there always a but?
But once I realized that he was not my husband, because I'm only looking for husband energy at the moment, I ended things with him.
Jesus Christ, on the back. These days, being a good and nice man is not enough anymore. You have to be Duracell battery too and bring energy.
Anyways, I sent him a text, told him that I didn't see it going any further.
Lady, you are hungry. The Lord served you with a good, well-cooked chicken, and you decided not to eat it because of the chicken's energy. You will starve.
He agreed. He said that he didn't think that he could make me happy. And while I appreciate that, it was a very kind response, he didn't even try.
For what? You didn't want him to respect your wishes or what?
He didn't even try. He didn't even try and say that he wanted to change, that he wanted to whatever. I can be manipulated. I will listen to you. But you didn't even try.
Mother of Lord, she wanted the man to manipulate her. What type of twisted mind games is that? She thinks dating is PlayStation 5. Lady, if you want to play games, go and download Candy Crush and leave this good man alone.
You know what I've noticed? Women do not want providers for real. They want immature men with money. Yeah, they want men who base their status off of how much money they have in their wallets. They want men who lead with their wallets. They do not want a man to genuinely be a provider in their lives. For those of you who are new here, I'm a certified life coach. I specialize in love and relationships, self-development, and finances, and I have been doing so for close to a decade. Because let's think about it. When we go onto social media now, we talk to any of the young girls now, what they talking about? He got to have some money. He got to have some bread. He got to pay for this. He got to do my nails. He got to do my hair. I'm not going on the first date unless he dropped $200, $300, $400, $5 million on me. There's nothing said about character. There's nothing said about integrity. There's nothing said about ambition. There's nothing said about goals. It's just how much money does he have? And the men who lead with their wallets are typically the men who have nothing going for themselves because they reel you in financially. They know that that is the most attractive thing about them. And because they know that's what they can offer, and you guys have made it abundantly clear that that's the only thing that you're looking for, they're winning. They're going to always come out on top. And then when you're in that relationship, because a lot of y'all are lover girls at heart, let's call it what it is. You want to listen to the Shira Sevens and all of this, and you want to be a gold digger and a sugar baby, and you only with a man for money, but that's not really who you are. You want the relationship. You want the love. You want the commitment, right? You want the reassurance. You want the emotional connection. But see, when you don't get that, you're mad. Men are this and men are that. No, baby. You wanted the nigga with some money, right? You don't feel safe with them. You don't feel secure with them. You don't feel like you can actually build a future with them. Because again, they know you have taught them. And like I said a million times, if y'all want men to be different, you have to be different. And what happens is women in general, or women in this category at least, has taught men exactly what they want. Exactly what they need. So they don't have the need to build character or integrity or any of the other moral things that will be really important, like in a person that you're going to spend your life with, right? Or in a person that you're going to at least invest in for some period of time. So you get the lane with money and stick with that. Don't complain about that, because that's what y'all said that y'all wanted. When you grow and expand your mind and develop and put time into yourself and your train of thought, and get off of social media and stop listening to all these bitter women on social media who are either trying to get your money or they themselves have not been able to attain the love that they wanted, and so now they flipping the script. When you actually invest that time, you will find a man who will give you his last. You will find that generous man. You will find the kind man. But you have to be the woman that is deserving of that. And the woman who's deserving of that is not looking for lame men who lead with their wallets. Stay safe.
If you don't give this to your husband, he'll look for it somewhere else.
The number one thing your man needs from you, and if this doesn't come from you, he'll look for it elsewhere. By the way, I'm Ashley Lima, and I teach women how to bring out the alpha in their man. So if you like stuff like that, follow me. Now, if your man doesn't get this from you, he will go looking for it somewhere else. Not necessarily in another woman, but in work, in hobbies, in his friends, because something inside of him is starving. The easiest way to meet this need is simply by the way you speak. When we nag, complain, and criticize, what he's hearing is, you're not enough, You have failed and I do not appreciate you. That pushes him away and tears down your home. But when we speak with softness and kindness, even the simple please and thank yous or greeting him when he comes home, he feels that on a deep level. Honor and respect. He needs this like food and water. And a wise woman knows this is her secret superpower. Your words can either rot his bones or be the wind in his wings. If you want to start becoming the woman who builds her home up instead of tearing it down, comment guide for a link to my ebook, The Words He's Been Waiting For.
I literally just ruined a 3-year relationship and I don't even know how to feel about it.
We need to Amazon Prime a lifetime supply of shame. Viewer discretion is advised.
So I met this man 2 months ago, okay? And I was under the impression that this man was an LPN. Now, the way that I met him was very organically. I was getting my hair done, and in the middle of me getting my hair done, I got hungry. So I went to go get food. I walked to go get food. As I'm walking to get food, there's a man sitting outside his car. We make eye contact. I continue. I go into the store. I come out the store. He starts following me. He's like, hey, you, I'm talking to you. I turn around. We exchange numbers. Boom. We link up. He still wants to take me on a date, but it's 9 o'clock at this point. It's a little too late for a date. At least where I am, nothing's open except the casino. So we go to the casino, but nothing's open in the casino. You feel me? So ultimately, we had to just chill in the car. We had to.
Nope. You didn't have to do anything. You could have waited for him to plan a proper date, or you could have planned a proper date, but y'all both chose not to.
We chill in the car, whatever. We're getting to know each other. I mean, he's gonna know me because I don't shut the fuck up ever about myself. Long story short, we end up doing the do.
Maybe I'm not understanding the time frame, but did you let him crack the day he met you? Or did you let some time go by? I'm not sure if she mentioned it at any point in the video. Plus, what do you mean by he was just getting to know you? Did you not make a clear attempt to get to know him as well? Would you not want to know who's about to crack you?
Before we did the do, I let him know, because I didn't want to do the do originally. I let him know that I had chlamydia at some point this year. Yeah, I'll own it. I went and got treated for it, but I never went to go get tested again. I let this man know that verbatim. He goes, no, you don't have it. Like, you took the medicine. Like, he's trying to reassure me, like, hey, you don't have chlamydia. All right, cool. I believe you. Why? Because he told me he's an LPN.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Not only are the both of you playing Russian roulette, you met some random nigga on the side of the street that was standing by his car and he told you he was an LPN and you just bought the story? You just automatically assumed he was telling the truth. He didn't show you no identification. He didn't tell you what hospital he worked at. You just said, well, he said he's an LPN, so he just really must be an LPN. Then you let him crack, possibly on a one-night stand, and right before y'all get into it, you tell him, hey, by the way, I had chlamydia. I've gotten treatment for it, but I have not gone back to get retested to make sure I'm cool. And in that moment, he diagnoses you to be a healthy patient. And you bought into that story because he's a LPN, although he's never proven to be an actual LPN.
As he's getting to know my personality, he's also letting me know, like, oh, I'm such a sweet guy. Like, you need a nice guy like me, basically. Like, as he's saying all this, I'm, like, not falling for it because part of me is just like, you're a man. You only want one thing. Like, I'm not dumb, okay?
Okay, so let me get this straight. He tells you that he's a good guy and how much you deserve a good guy like him. And this is where your judgment kicks in and says, nah, don't believe that, because he's a man and he only wants one thing. But your judgment didn't kick in when he said he was an LPN. Your judgment didn't kick in when y'all was playing Russian roulette. Right before y'all played the Russian roulette. Your judgment was nowhere to be fucking found. Not present. MIA. But because he said he's a good guy, now your judgment's, nah. Can't fall for that. I promise you, the situation.
And really, when he said, we need to Amazon Prime a lifetime of shame, he's not lying. For these modern women, we need to Amazon Prime rush shipping a lifetime, or you know what, not even a lifetime, just until you get the message. You're being a loser. You're acting like a loser. You have this loser's mindset. Stop doing that. Quit doing it. It seems like they're not catching on.
My question is, I'm a proud member of the First Wives Club. And my husband is on wife number 3 or 4. And I'm trying to figure out why, after 20 years of being divorced, why is he on wife number and I'm single?
Because you're worried about what he's doing.
I was about to say that too.
Go ahead,
Donnie. No, ma'am.
Why are you even aware of what number wife this man is on?
Because he still lives in the house that we live.
Do you live there too?
No, ma'am.
That is no longer your home. That's his home with his second wife, his third wife, and his fourth wife. You are still single because you are following behind his business. You have not spiritually disconnected, emotionally disconnected, or mentally disconnected.
If you're his garment and you don't say what he did as to why you really got a divorce, and you allow him to have wife number 2, 3, 4. Allow?
All right, first is the title. You say you're the first wife versus his ex-wife. All right, that's the first piece.
I call him my husband.
Right, so first piece is you'd have to divorce him psychologically. All right, and then you have to set, whenever we're talking about heartbreak, you have to set a date for healing. All right. And when it's hard, because let's keep it real. Has anyone ever struggled when someone broke up with you? It was difficult for you to move on. I mean, everyone laughing. All right.
Not 20 years difficult.
But it's still there. It's still there.
20
it's still there.
Difficult. I am sorry.
Hey, listen.
This highlights the importance of emotionally breaking up and divorcing as well. Because sometimes we physically break up with a person and we assume just because their physical presence isn't in our life, that emotional presence and that spiritual presence isn't there. And sometimes you got to shade the out of your heart. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of that, because if you don't, what happens is you now start to have a relationship with a ghost. Hold on, listen. You are loving the ghost of this man. And let me tell you something. You've been having this relationship with the ghost of who he once was. You call that man your husband.
Was my husband.
Hold on, listen. So you have had a relationship with the ghost of this man for so long, it appears real to you. And let me tell you this. This is why every man that tries to come in your life is haunted by the demon you didn't expel. These thoughts, these behaviors, you have to change within yourself, but that's first letting go of that ghost you are now in love with.
Honestly, let's not act like modern women aren't doing this anyway. This is what men have a problem with. Once again, we go back to modern women being with a celebrity. They might have been with that celebrity when they were 17. They're 47 now. Still talking about, I'm not going to settle. This is not something that's new. It's just that she was honest enough to say, I've been checking in on he lives in the same house. It don't matter. You don't live there. Why are you still riding by that house? What are you still doing over there? Well, we have kids together. None of it is your business. Move on. That phase of your life is over. Like she said, especially after 20 years, don't do this. And I'm not even going to shame you for getting up there and saying that. But you getting up there and asking that question should be a wake-up call to you. Like he said, I need to set an expiration date on all of this. I need to heal by this time. And we're not talking about nobody dying. We're not talking about grieving that. We're talking about, hey, it's time for me to move on. Let him deal with what he got going on. You go get you some business.
I seen this girl say she took accountability, said that she lost a possible husband because she said he was amazing. She said, but she like, something's missing.
That's so
and then she said, it wasn't until, after she left the relationship, she realized she needed to heal from her past because what was missing was chaos. She was used to chaos in relationships. She was used to toxic relationships.
Yeah.
She said that's how her parents' relationship was. So that's the relationship she got into.
Yeah.
And she said that's what was missing. She needed chaos.
Some women don't know how to deal with emotionally balanced and intelligent men because they literally have never dealt with it. So you might be like, something may happen, and you might sit down. Well, can we sit down and talk about what happened? They might be like, oh, because they used to you either going off the handle or flipping out. And they like that's intimidating because now you facing what you. They like, I don't want to deal with that.
I don't want to be with anyone who need drama to feel love, or cause drama just for for love or for whatever. No, I'm too old for that.
I'm entirely too old for that. I'm not doing
you
it.
in your Barney stage. You can't have that.
Yeah, I don't have time for the drama. I love you. You love me. Let's make a happy family. Yeah.
See what I mean? Unapologetic podcast. Unapologetic. Yeah. Back on the pod with the folks. Back on the pod with the jokes.
One of my beliefs. It's not for all women, but I believe it's a lot of women. Most of y'all ain't built to work 30, 40 years. You may like your career. You may like your degree. The truth is, most of y'all want to be work optional. You want to work when you want to work. You want to be in a relationship where you can take off when you need to. When you do need a break, you want to take off for kids. You just overworked and the bills still get paid and nothing falls apart.
Isn't that everyone though?
No. Believe it or not, no. A lot of men have no problem working the course of their lives taking care of their families. That's how we're hardwired.
What's smart and not hard?
A lot of ladies would prefer, they want to be able to work when they want to, but they want to be work optional.
I just asked her what her favorite fruit was. This told me apple pie. I don't even want to have conversations with y'all no more. I'll just beat I don't even need no girl or nothing. Like, I don't need a bro.
Here is a PSA for all of you married women who are thinking of divorcing your good husband, the perfect husband, but you don't know what's wrong with him. Let me put a warning out there. There are plenty of other women waiting for him to be released from your clutch, okay? So before you divorce that so-called perfect man, you said so yourself, there are other women waiting for the chances to slide into his DM. And then when that happens, 2-3 months down the road or even a year, don't get upset. Okay, don't come online and say, oh, he's such a narcissistic guy who move on to his new supply, infatuation supply. Shut up, okay? A lot of you are not qualified to diagnose narcissistic behavior. A lot of you women over here are narcissistic too. So don't get Pikachu face when the man is immediately pick up from the streets, you know? You guys say, oh yeah, from the street. And then you guys got so jealous. I've seen this video, this lady. Oh, he is now, move on with the new wife. And he's narcissistic, please. You just upset that he moved on before your ass. Had you moved on before him, or you will be showing off the, oh, look at me. Yeah. Keep playing. A lot of you Western women play too much. I don't know who I am at 32. If you can't figure yourself out at 32, you need Jesus.
So, what were you saying about not having fun?
I'm done having fun. I'm done having fun. I had so much fun in my 20s. So much fun with so many men. Too much fun, honestly. I think I, reached the fun limit. But I'm serious about dating. I'm in my 30s. I have a plan. I have a time frame. I have deadlines.
Right.
I want a baby in a year. I just froze my eggs. I want a ring in 9 months, and I want to be married a year and a half, maybe 2 years. So I'm looking for someone who is at that level.
Well,
and is willing to meet me at that level.
For sure. This is our first date, so
yeah,
I feel
know.
Like
that's why I'm being crystal clear, because so many men look just like you, have just wasted years of my life, and I'm so sick of it, and I'm not going to let it happen.
Well, I thought you were trying to have fun, so it's
no,
like...
I'm not having fun. I'm done having fun.
Right, you're done with fun now, but before...
I had so much fun.
Yeah, that much is clear.
A lot of men.
Yeah, I'm picturing a lot of things
and
right
I
now.
don't need to do it anymore. And
Yeah.
honestly, you're really not my type. My friend told me to go out with you, and because she seems like you're the type that wants to settle down, so...
Okay,
Normally I don't go for you, but I feel like maybe you're at the same place in your life and my life.
I don't know. Yeah, this might not be a great fit.
First date, and she's already laying out a full timeline like it's a business meeting. Baby in a year, ring in 9 months, marriage in 2. That's not romance. That's a checklist. The whole vibe screams desperation and not attraction. Nothing makes a man lose interest faster than feeling like he's being recruited to fix a life plan that's already behind schedule. This is the problem with the fun years. A whole decade spent running around, stacking memories, stacking baggage, and then when the party's over, suddenly it's time to get serious. But serious doesn't erase mileage. Serious doesn't erase the past. The truth is simple. No man with options is signing up to be the retirement plan after a decade of chaos. No man with self-respect is rushing into a contract just because she wasted her prime and now wants to hit fast forward. Love doesn't grow under pressure. It dies there. And any guy who sticks around after hearing that kind of speech on a first date isn't her soulmate. He's just desperate enough to play along.
Are you single or are you in a relationship?
I'm married.
Okay, what's the secret to keeping a healthy relationship for you?
Honestly,
I don't want to lie.
okay. Honestly, for a woman, Number one, learn your place. You're a woman. You're not over that man. Number two is learn to be quiet. Everything that comes to your head don't have to be said. Go say it in your closet to yourself.